I made a comment because somehow the military professionals present took me under the kind of guise bowling. What I recall is that I waited in the car because I was helpless. I've never had any interpersonal skills. No social talent. None whatsoever, and I can't bowl. But my way to enjoy the fact that these men took me out bowling was to be in a car, and so what? I had also found out that they had received similar implants that they had given themselves. They had to sever their cortexes of each other in order to receive it, but still, it worked. We spoke about Dunford. Some comment was made. What about a room full of myselfs? And so they experimentalized. They have access to different living situations. Dunford was from what they called, that part of town. And they had shared, when I was, physically unconscious, that it is recognized as an ineffective zone. The place just kind of doesn't do anything for some reason. But anyway, I remember seeing different me's. It was a specialized room and was probably in an aircraft or a spacecraft, rather. Some were from hopeless territories. I told one, just give up. You, if only ladies and drinking could be on a report card. You, have a starve. I remember one was a socialite, I was told. One of them was a pool professional. An expert at tabletop pool. One only played Monopoly all the time. Of course, sometimes we looked different from areas of Earth's space, which consists of the 13th dimension. Where bodies just show form differently. I was shown by Arcturi technology fractal world, where instead of everything being in a spherical amalgamation, everything was fractals. We find those complicated, but perhaps in fractal world, a sphere is mathematically excellent. Perhaps it's considered a paradox. If a fractal gets continually smaller forever, then since it goes on forever, it must fill up all of space, but it doesn't. It's a mathematical profundity of paradox. There is another whom will be operationally important. There's technology which can go deliver us to these other timelines, and there is one who I'm told of quite audibly through the mechanics. He will eventually develop the vaccine for AIDS, which will lead to its cure. We have to find the cure because it exploded. It is not supposed to be here. It is not supposed to be there. It must be fixed. We have to rely upon each other. He will one day have a home in space as a rich man, and will watch the 2056 Armageddon, which is a pole shift, not consisting of wars. Wars there are very fast. They go out soon. But they can be terrible, and one has to consider that all these places are interconnected. What we do provides or detracts from particulars in these other zones, entire populations.